Hello guys, we are back at it again, testing some Bloxburg TikTok hacks. Also, this Halloween costume is on my Roblox group, so if you'd like to get a cute Halloween outfit, make sure to check out my group and my games. Starting off strong, we are going to do some realistic grass. Basically, this is just a basic shape with the decal. Is that good enough? Is that enough? Because I'm going to put it all around here to test it out. So I am a very heavy reader. I love reading books, and I started this new series, and let me tell you, I am obsessed. So let me just tell you what it's about. So the book is called Once Upon a Broken Heart, and there's 3 books. The 3rd book comes out on October 24th, so I'm literally waiting for it to come out. Every day I'll text Annex and Isaac and be like, guys, 4 days, guys, 3 days. I am so hyped, and they're just like looking at me like, what are you talking about? It's about this girl. She's like in love with this man, and her sister marries the guy, which is kind of messed up. Well, she's trying to marry the guy. So she sees this very immortal god looking dude, and she's like, hey, you need to stop this. I want my man. So he's like, okay, I'll do it, but you have to do these things. Long story short, he makes a deal with her, and then eventually they start to fall in love with each other a little bit, and he can't kiss anyone, right? Because if he kisses anyone, they'll get killed. It's a fantasy romance. I love dystopian sort of fantasy type romances. But there's like gowns and balls, magic, all that good stuff. And it's a 3-book series. And I like long series because it gives you more information and everything's just so much better because there's so much detail. So if you read books, you should definitely read that one. But maybe wait till the 3rd one comes out because I'm losing my mind waiting for it. So there's that. It is so good. I think I read the entire book in 2 days. The 2 books. I read the entire 2 books in 2 days. And then I proceeded to go to every bookstore to see if they accidentally put the book out before it actually comes out, because I saw on TikTok that some bookstores will accidentally put a book out before the date it's actually released because, like, I don't know, they just don't pay attention. So I went to a few bookstores to check. None of them were stupid enough to do that. So ripped my gas and ripped my sanity because I need to know what happens. They left the 2nd book on a cliffhanger. So this hack is really easy. As you can tell, the grass blends into the concrete sidewalk looking thing, so it looks more natural. Obviously, I didn't do it all the way through, but I'll show you guys what it looks like all the way through in a second. Here's what it looks like when it's actually made properly and it's blended together. And it gives a better look than like this sort of rough edge cut concrete grass looking thing. It just looks better. I don't think it's that expensive. I mean, just resizing is a little expensive, but I think it looks really good. This one's more of just an elevated chair design compared to a basic stool. Essentially, all they're doing is resizing a basic shape and then moving it up on top of the chair and then just changing the texture. Very self-explanatory, and it looks really easy to do. So I'm just gonna load a plot with a kitchen in it. So for the time being, we are just going to murder these chairs and put them over here. So the chair they use is the log stool, basic shape. I need to make it so it fits the stool length. I gotta angle it so it matches a bit. Does that look centered? I'm gonna color this to match the rest of the house, which is like that. Oh, look at that. Okay, that was really easy. It just makes your kitchen look a little more fancy. It does not copy paste, so you do have to replace it every time. It took a minute to do, so it's not really anything to worry about. The next one is a custom cabinet. I am assuming this can be used in a kitchen, bedroom, living room, multi-purpose. Okay, so it just starts off with just this structure, so I need to figure out what she did. So I'm seeing basic shape here, structural, and then 4 basic shapes on the bottom as legs, I think. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying before, obviously TikTok is made to be aimed to whatever you like. So for me, my entire TikTok is just books. I always get scared that I'm gonna open TikTok and then see a spoiler. So I'm like, shoot, I need to read this book really fast before anyone spoils it for me, because then I'm gonna be really angry. This build hack is already a little tedious just because of the way I have to move everything. But I'm also a perfectionist, so I don't want anything sticking out. I want it to be like a perfect, clean cut. And oh, it's going through the front. Error. Okay, you know what? That's fine. So then they outline this kind of square design onto the cabinet. If you're impatient like me and don't like drawing lines, just do it messy and then connect it with the transform tool. I don't want to overshot it because I don't want it to stick through. Okay, let's hope this is correct now. Oh my god, dude, it's still too long. We'll get there eventually, guys. I did the first one with such ease and now I can't. Boom. There's 2 dividers in the middle. Again, just gonna do it sloppy because brain capacity does not want to struggle. Now I'm gonna center it with just by switching the grid. Oh wait, there's 4 sections. Hold up, I forgot to draw one. Okay, now we move it down. Oh, that's too long. Good enough. It's fine. I would say they look pretty similar now. Wait, I think she traced this too. Why? why do I put myself through this? If you don't have the transform tool, buy it. Just do it. Steal your friend's Robux. Actually, don't do that. That's not nice. This purchase is probably the most worth it item on Bloxburg, in my opinion, because you can do so much with it. That and the color wheel. Color wheel is life-changing. So don't hesitate. Just do it. It's okay. How much even is the transform tool? Oh wow. Dude, they're scamming people out on a basic necessity needed in Bloxburg. Transform tool should be free, because how are you going to tell me I can build and then take away the biggest game changer there is? But then again, you do have to pay for multiple floors and advanced placement. Guys, it is confirmed Bloxburg is in fact a money grab, but I think we all knew this because you have to pay to play Bloxburg. I had to beg my parents to let me use their credit card so I can get Bloxburg. Like, dude, it was 25 Robux and they did not want to pay for it. 25 Robux is like 10 cents. They were cheaping out. And the reason was because if you spend money online, that's gambling. And I was like, girl, what? First of all, I'm just trying to play a little game. And if I didn't play this game, then I wouldn't be a YouTuber. They're using this dot thing. I'm confused. Like, what is that? I don't see dots anywhere. Is it that? No. Am I dumb? What is that? I can't even ask the question because their comments are off. Guys, we're just gonna pretend that you don't need a knob. You don't need a handle to get into it, okay? I don't like this new organization thing because I look for decals and it's called frames. Like, girl, what? Here's how it looks. I think the knobs would have made it look better, but I have no idea where they are. Now, this is a build hack to just help with easier building. So, say you have a really big fat window. It won't let you put a wall through the window because there's a window there. You just use a basic shape. For example, we have this room and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want anyone walking in here and seeing me paint on this thing, so I'm gonna put a wall right here. I need to divide this room. So what you would do, you just take a basic shape. So I need to match the thickness of this wall. And then you just adjust. So like with the regular wall, you wouldn't be able to do this, but with the basic shape, boom. So now when people are walking by, they can't see what you're painting and you have privacy. See, the good thing with this is you can kind of align it to match the window so it doesn't look weird and sticking out. For example, if you did move it to say this window, it might look kind of stupid. I would recommend only using it on windows that have the framed edges and then just match it so it doesn't look stupid. Make sure it's aligned properly. This way it doesn't look something like this, because then that just looks very out of place. So this is to make a realistic shower curtain. I don't know, typically I always do my showers like this and then I put it in here, or I do like a slant looking one so it's tiny. And so the first thing we do is we're gonna place down a structural rod just straight across and make sure it's centered. It is definitely not centered. Oh my God, that's crooked, isn't it? So we have this grid and it's supposed to help you make straight lines, but clearly it doesn't want to help me make a straight line. I'm just gonna put it here and then move it myself. Now I placed down a transparent cube and we are going to resize it so it's literally just a super tiny tall looking stick. And now I just enter the code, and the last thing to do now is just move it up and resize it. Make sure your rod isn't fully up here because then the curtain won't fit just because of the dimensions there are. The last thing they do is put a chain. So here's what it looks like. You have a cute little privacy shower curtain now. With the rod, just trace it against a wall and then move it back so it's easier to trace. Because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when I try to do it, it goes diagonal and doesn't go straight. So this next one is basically a fake Amazon Alexa, and you're just using a pillow and recoloring it, and then a plug with a cord. This was our old Amazon Alexa. We have moved on from that. She's just not it. All we need is a pillow, and it's the trimmed bolster pillow because it has the outline of the Alexa. The Amazon Alexa is pretty thin, so you don't have to put it up too much. And then I paint this black, make this blue. I mean, if you wanted to make it a Google Home, you could do like gray and blue, or do it to any color you want. And then to make it look more realistic, she adds an outlet, and then she takes a string and connects it. And boom, Amazon Alexa for your kitchen. I just swapped it out with the lamp. I guess if you just want to add more detail to your build, you could just do the outlet with the string trick. The next one is a spooky entryway with this custom staircase cubby looking thing, but obviously it doesn't have to be Halloween themed, so I'm gonna make a Christmas one because I really want to make a Christmas build so bad. I believe these are the stairs they use because we need this area to be open to fit the cubby. First thing they do is they place a basic shape directly under here, and then after that she places another basic shape to kind of block off this area. We're gonna use another basic shape and then slant it. Okay, and now I'm just gonna extend it a bit more. She does proceed to cover up this angle. This is like a reading nook. I wish I had this in my house, but my school actually has this. Not under the stairs, but they made these really random little cubbies and you could just sit and do homework or read a book. Here's what we're working with. This is our cubby Christmas entryway. Kind of perfect for a space filler if you don't know what to put under the stairs when you're using these modern ones. But it also just adds to the build. Nice little custom touch. As we all know, Bloxburg doesn't actually have daybeds in game. The tutorial looks pretty easy. It's just basic shapes and then blankets. We are going to make the base 2 grids wide And now I'm gonna raise it up just one arrow up with the medium grid. So now we have the legs and the base. They add a wall in the back. So I'm just gonna copy the legs. And then I'm gonna copy it to the sides. Okay, and then the next thing she adds is kind of like a topper. There's just a lot of resizing going along, and I do want it to run off a bit on the sides. Another good thing is that once you do one side, you basically do all of them, so it's just repeating the same steps over and over. She stacks it again, and we make it 1 pixel smaller. She places 1 beveled cube and then pillows, but I want to do it a little bit differently just because I have an idea. I just like this because it gives it more detail, and I mean, some beds have mattress toppers, so you can consider that a mattress topper. So here's what it looks like all finished. There's so many ways you could change it up. You can add these blankets on top for more texture, but I like the layered mattress look with the pillows, and then obviously you can add more pillows and more decoration if you wanted to. I mean, it's almost fully copy pastable, just the legs don't connect fully, but that's easily fixable. You just use transform tool and move it. But yeah, so this next one is kind of like another version of an elevated chair, and it's just stacking 2 chairs together, simplicity stool and an industrial stool, and all he does is put them together and paints them the same texture. And now you just have a somewhat nicer looking chair. This one versus this one, I like this one better. I hope you guys like some of the other build hacks I tried in this video, and if you need further instruction of how to build them, I'm gonna link all the TikToks in the description as always. So make sure to check the creators out. They're all really nice. I've talked to some of them just because they saw I put it in their video, and they were all so nice. I was like, oh my god, I love the TikTok community. You should definitely try out these hacks. They're really easy, and if you want another one in the future, I can definitely do one, so just let me know if you want some more. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.
You know you love me. XOXO.
French Roses girl.